counter tonight. And we are just about ready to go.
You ready? Let's go, gentlemen.
With this feature bout in the flyweight division, Camus takes the center of the octagon. He's in the black. Kyoji Horiguchi is in the white.
Both men have tremendous footwork. Very fast strikers, very dynamic.
Horiguchi able to land to the body there. Chico Camus was a massive underdog his last time out against Henry Cejudo. Fared quite well that night. He is plus 300 tonight against Horiguchi.
Looks like Horiguchi is going to play the counter striker here against Camus. Camus a good counter striker in his own right, but he's the man pursuing here tonight. Nice shot to the body there from Horiguchi.
Camus can change his career if he can come through tonight against the number 7 ranked flyweight in the world, Kyoji Horiguchi. Big right hand for Camus, just his 3rd appearance at flyweight here tonight.
Scott Cushman, corner for Chico Camus, calling for a knee. Horiguchi really ducking down low. He wants to see Camus throw that knee.
You see the takedown defense for Chico Camus holding up. It held up quite well against Henry Cejudo back in UFC 188 in June.
Beautiful counter right hand there from Horiguchi.
You got to think he derived a lot of confidence from going 1 second short of the distance with UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Johnson, who is octagon side, taking in this one tonight.
Horiguchi changes direction so well laterally here. Allows him to find those angles. Oh, missed on a spinning back kick, I'm sorry. Now Camus in on the clinch. Nice knee there from Camus.
Yeah, nice job by Camus, able to get that up to the target. Such quick feet for Horiguchi, mixes it up beautifully. Just an entertaining stand-up fighter.
Oh, nice counter right hand there from Camus.
Again, the right hand is there for Chico Camus. 2 minutes to go in our opening round. Horiguchi's father forcing him into karate at 5 years old. Now, nearly 20 years later, Horiguchi's probably glad he did. Horiguchi, a regional karate champion in Japan, won a Shudo belt in MMA at 132 pounds. Joined the Crazy B team under Kid Yamamoto right out of high school.
Horiguchi showing that excellent footwork there. Tried to level change and take down Camus, but you saw the improvement in the takedown defense of Chico Camus in his last fight against Cejudo, Olympic gold medalist.
Camus has found his range fairly consistently in round 1. Horiguchi just misses on the counter.
Ten seconds, gentlemen.
Ooh. just missed with that right hand.
Camus wearing the black, Horiguchi's in the white.
Oh, look, Camus is hurt here. Got caught on the exchange, and Horiguchi knows it. Trying to take full advantage here, trying to take the back. Camus able to escape.
So a flurry from Horiguchi to begin round two. We'll see how Chico Camus responds. Big cut under that right eye.
You know, the big difference I see in Horiguchi is he's throwing more volume, more variety.
Yeah.
Seems even more fluid with his footwork, John. Oh, beautiful 1-2. Stunned Camus.
And Horiguchi really doing the opposite of cowering under the spotlight. He's relishing the moment, did so all week long here, getting ready for this showcase at home. Horiguchi really letting the hands go now.
Beautiful combination there from Horiguchi.
Camus staying in the pocket.
Horiguchi now looking for that counter with the left hook. Horiguchi so quick with his blitz. Throws that 1-2-1 combination very quickly off his lateral movement.
And he's out.
Yeah, he's been given a lot of problems there to Chico Camus.
Both guys landed in the pocket. Horiguchi just able to do so more consistently. Just over 2 minutes now to go in round two. Camus just out of range with that right hand.
Oh, beautiful uppercut there.
And a nice jab from Camus on the other side.
Oh, beautiful counter there from Camus. Both these men so quick, John, on their exchange. Horiguchi, though, just more variety, more volume, more consistency.
Little slip there by Chico Camus, under a minute to go in a round that has featured a lot of offense on both sides.
Camus just very hesitant. You know, there's so much movement from Horiguchi A lot of feints, a lot of lateral movement, and Camus just hasn't gotten comfortable in this fight just yet.
And Horiguchi able to back him up towards the end of the round. Flyweight contest between Kyoji Horiguchi and Chico Camus. Scott Cushman telling Chico Camus in between rounds, you need a stoppage. Your only path to victory is the finish. We'll see if we get an uptick in the offense from Camus here in round 3. Well, Camus proven once again that he deserves to be in there with the elite of the flyweight division. But to get that next level win, really needs to turn it up a notch here.
He's facing a very sharp Kyoji Horiguchi tonight. Showing that he's continuing to add to his arsenal. Very fluid on his feet, very relaxed.
He comes in, you gotta strike. Catch him coming in. Go again. Let's go. Come on, Cheek. Fire back.
Well, the advice is on point, but sometimes easier said than done against a guy as crafty and consistent as Kyoji Horiguchi.
It's just computer overload. You know, there's just so many looks that Horiguchi is giving him. So many different angles and variety of strikes that he's trying to process that Camus just doesn't know where Horiguchi is. Can't throw a lot of volume when you don't know what your opponent is going to do, and Horiguchi has done that brilliantly tonight. Horiguchi just mixes things up. As soon as Camus starts to land some volume, he clinches with him. Then he feints, then he throws a kick.
Yep.
He's going upstairs, then he goes to the body. It's just beautiful stuff here from Horiguchi.
Good counter by Camus. There's another one. Horiguchi just misses on the uppercut, but showing you tonight he just might be the second best flyweight in the world.
Really looks so sharp tonight. Has improved his game for sure. Facing Chico Camus and looking the way he's done, I mean, it's been a dominant performance for him. It really has. Distance control of Horiguchi has just been phenomenal as well.
Under a minute and a half now to go in the fight. Left hand is there for Chico Camus. You are watching FS1 UFC Fight Night. John Anna, Kenny Florian inside the Saitama Super Arena later tonight. Josh Barnett, Roy Nelson in our heavyweight main event. Right now at 125 pounds, Kyoji Horiguchi looking to put the finishing touches on what has been an outstanding performance here tonight against an always game Chico Camus.
He's found a lot of success with that lead uppercut. Horiguchi just a lot of new weapons being shown here tonight.
And he has clearly been buoyed by that Demetrius Johnson fight.
High kick off the break. Oh, another big combination from Horiguchi that hurt Camus. trying to finish it here to end round 3.
10 seconds.
Camus responds with some nice shots as well.
Horiguchi sticks and moves to end it. Outstanding flyweight fight there between Kyoji Horiguchi and Chico Camus. Let's get to the move of the fight.
Just a lot of movement, a lot of speed, and a lot of variety here from Horiguchi. Look at that blitz. As soon as he found that angle, he really attacked and was ferocious with it. And here's this flurry to end round 3. Both men landing some nice...
By unanimous decision, Kyoji Horiguchi.
To get in there.
Fight.
Oh! And that's what a flying knee knockout in your last fight will do for you.
Early crack by Manel Kape. Most intense stare down here on Friday by far was these two.
Yeah, as we said before in the walks.
Wow.
Manel
throw in.
Says that Zhumagulov has got old. He said you can see in his last 3 fights that he's not the same fighter that he once was.
Oh, nice right hand by Zhumagulov.
You can see a speed advantage off for Manel Kape, certainly in the movement.
I don't think Manel has the option to be cautious tonight, John. Zhumagulov is getting right after him. He just took a nasty uppercut.
And a right hand. The cross is there for Zhumagulov. Leg kick for Kape.
Oh, big right. He smiles it off, but hey, listen, that connected.
As you know, Mike, guy that fought, that's usually when they got you. When you start smiling, trying to act like it didn't matter is when they got you.
Trying to play it off. Just give him a nice inside low kick as well.
Lead uppercut, followed it up with a right hand.
Throw the chit-chat and the confidence from Manel Kape. Zhumagulov getting off to a great start.
A great start.
Zhumagulov biting on a couple of feints there from Kape. Fast-paced, 90 seconds to start this fight as expected.
Zhumagulov looking for that right hand. You see he's pawing with the left, setting it up with the left hand, pretending he's going to throw the jab, and then boom, going to come over the top, cutting off the cage nicely as well. There it is. Out of range.
The pace of Zhumagulov is crazy right now.
Oh, nice advancing knee. That'll take the wind out of you.
I remember before Manel came to San Jose, you just heard stories about this kid out in Thailand at AK Thailand. Mike Swick's place, how good he had gotten. And he's a tremendous athlete, but right now, Zhalgas is really taking the fight to him.
Zhalgas has been around for a long, long time himself. Certainly a veteran of the sport, a lot of professional fights.
And he fought on short notice Raulian Paiva in his UFC debut. Paiva's now a top 15 bantamweight who fights next weekend.
Against the Sugar Sean O'Malley.
That's right.
The Sugar Show comes to town.
Good head movement by Kape.
Yeah, I think when you look at these two, Manel has the slicker movement, the cleaner, more precise shots. But Zhumagulov makes up for that by grittiness. You know, he's willing to just get in the pocket, throw down a little bit more. Whereas Manel, he's a tactician and he's a sniper when he throws. That was nice.
Yep. Kape getting his read, starting to find his range. Counter right lands for Zhumagulov. It's a couple leg kicks now for Kape.
Yeah, Kape's starting to take over now towards the latter part.
Oh! Wow! Straight right gets the knockdown from Manel Kape.
Left hook right hand by Manel Kape.
And it was fast.
That was nasty.
And he knows he's got his man hurt. He's looking for the finish.
Zhumagulov trying to fight fire with fire. Plenty of time here, late round 1.
Look at that right hand. That is
right, man.
Look at that.
It's going to be the beginning of the end. Zhumagulov can only cover up. Manel Kape with another one.
Manel with the right.
Look at the left hook
Here
first.
we
Watch.
go.
Outside kick gets checked. Boom, boom.
Left, right, sit down, my friend, follows it up. Zhumagulov tries to get back to the feet. Left, right, down you go. Zhumagulov works his way back up, but then from there, Manel knew he was hurt. And look at this combination here. Look at the ferocity, the speed, mixing it up, and then wait for it, boom. You can only take so many. He was blocking them with his head. All right, they weren't connecting with the face.
Top 5 and work his way back to the top. Big opportunity for Neil Seery. He's in the black trunks. Horiguchi is in the white. Big right hand lands flush early for Horiguchi.
Let's put your foot on him. Let's go, boss.
Yeah, Seery quickly finding out just how fast Horiguchi is.
Huge left from Horiguchi. You know Seery's tough, but his toughness being tested 30 seconds into this one.
Horiguchi just lightning fast, John. Showing some nice variety early on, and Seery just having trouble finding Horiguchi. Oh! Horiguchi attacking the body, and Seery almost able to sweep Kyoji here.
Well, you don't have to worry about Seery looking for a way out. This man has been there and done that, seen it all, sees that right hand from Horiguchi up close and personal.
Horiguchi doing a great job of finding angles here. He moves laterally, and once he finds that angle, he attacks. Seery looking for an arm lock here. What a finish that would be. Seery looking for a takedown here.
Stomping knees, come on. Remember on that break what we want.
Horiguchi coming in off a unanimous decision win over Chico Camus following his title shot against Demetrius Johnson last April. 5-1 in the UFC. Actually knocked out Dustin Pagan his UFC debut at UFC 166, up a division at 135 pounds.
You see Horiguchi looking for that angle. Oh! Big shot from Seery. Seery landed an excellent right hand.
Seery just missed with that one over the top. Under 3 minutes to go in round 1. Nice jab by Horiguchi, splits the guard of Seery.
Yeah, Neil Seery just having a lot of problems with the speed of Horiguchi. Just lightning fast on that blitz.
And his feet are as quick as his hands, which allows him to get those hands to the target quickly. So Kyoji Horiguchi mixing it up beautifully here in the early going. Neil Seery coming back with a 1-2.
You know, the one way that Demetrius Johnson was able to control and contain that speed of Horiguchi was hitting takedowns, which kind of froze him up on his striking. And Seery might need to take a page out of Demetrius Johnson's book and look for some takedowns, but that speed, John, is unbelievable.
Seery showing a couple of different looks. Back to the orthodox stance now after going southpaw. Here's a shot by Horiguchi. Not a great entry, but takedown materializes.
Seery looking for some elbows from his guard. Now attacking the arm.
How about the right hand from Horiguchi bouncing Seery's head on the canvas?
Now looking for a guard pass here. Horiguchi thought about taking the back, decided to hang out in side control.
Horiguchi not really an active pursuer of the submission. 1 win in his career by way of submission. 9 knockouts to his credit.
All the coaches over at American Top Team were so impressed with the work ethic of Horiguchi. The guy who spent a lot of time on the mats, always asking questions, always working on something new, and now he's trying to advance his position into mount. Bails on that idea.
Seery doing a nice job with his hips though to prevent it from happening, although back to the feet now. And Horiguchi continues to fire away. Horiguchi goes southpaw, lands the kick to the body.
There's not a lot of flyweights that would be able to take the power of Horiguchi.
Seery hanging in there though, man. Battle tested.
As tough as they come.
All right, ready to go here. Round 2 of a possible 3 in the flyweight division. Number 5 in the world, Kyoji Horiguchi, and the 36-year-old Neil Seery.
You know, it's one thing to have power, but it's a complete other thing to have speed, and Horiguchi just having his way with Seery on the feet.
What a blitz from Kyoji to begin round 2.
Seery dealing with a big cut underneath his right eye. Nice takedown from Horiguchi.
I think part of the reason this fight was so compelling to a lot of people, despite the long odds, was because Neil Seery is so game and is able to take some punishment. He certainly had a lot of momentum coming in, but you're looking at a guy in Kyoji Horiguchi that looks destined to get back near the top of this division sooner rather than later. Seery back to his feet. A minute has ticked off the round 2 clock.
I think that blood is starting to go into his right eye a little bit. And if the speed of Horiguchi wasn't enough, that cut might be giving him more problems here in round 2.
Looked like Seery might have landed a left hand in that exchange.
You know, not only is Horiguchi fast, but he's great at finding angles. He's great at feinting his way in. You don't know when he's coming, when he's going. He's mixing things up with his takedowns, and that just overloads the computer, and Seery just doesn't know what Horiguchi's going to do next.
And I think he mixes his strikes really as well as any flyweight in the world. Nice stick and move there as Horiguchi gets in and out. This is a guy who last year was 1 second away from going the championship distance with the flyweight champion Demetrius Johnson. Seery back southpaw here. 2.5 minutes to go in round 2. Got grip with the right hand. Seery looking for that one kill shot. As yet, it hasn't materialized.
Surprised that Seery hasn't utilized leg kicks here against Horiguchi. His corner was calling for it in between rounds. Also wanted him to look for the submission if the fight hit the mat.
Andy Ryan in the corner of Neil Seery.
Let me one hand of the middle leg. Come on. Make that angle, stop. You gotta check there. Come on, Neil. You keep him on that fence. Just put the angle off there, Neil. Lee. Step in on that.
Left hand finds home for Seery.
Let's go. You put the pressure on here. Come on, pal. That's it. Come on. Come on, Neil. Hey, and again. Step in on that. See, that's where that hand should come in the middle. Come on.
Horiguchi does such a great job of keeping that lead foot on the outside. Anytime Seery is in the southpaw position, does a great job of keeping that foot on the outside of the lead leg, and he attacks with ferocity.
And every time Seery does land, it's one and done, and he pays for it on the way out. But yet Seery continues to press forward. Under a minute now to go in round 2. Seery just misses with the right hand.
Seery has the advantage that he can switch up his stances. just can't quite get a read on Horiguchi, and Horiguchi just has some fantastic footwork. Now Horiguchi in side control. Seery now in half guard.
It's going to take to get Neil Seery out of there. Less than 5 minutes now to go. Third and final round. Horiguchi's in the white. Neil Seery's in the black.
Horiguchi still needs to respect the power of Neil Seery. His hands are a little bit low. There's a nice left hand from Seery.
Seery certainly supremely conditioned in advance of this one. Right hand just behind the ear lands for Seery.
Well, Seery's doing a much better job of not allowing Horiguchi to find that angle. He's cutting off the cage much better. He's keeping him in front of him. That's why he's finding some success here with his striking.
One underhook here for Horiguchi. And largely when he's wanted to take Neil Seery down, he has been able to.
Horiguchi looking for that outside trip. He gets it. Now trying to posture up for some ground and pound. Neil Seery does a great job of getting back to his feet. Oh, big left hand there from Horiguchi.
And that hurt Seery. Yeah, that wobbled Seery. Still more than 3 minutes to go in the round.
What a chin on Neil Seery, man.
The jab followed by the right hand. And now Horiguchi goes back down low.
Well, Neil's starting to drop that hand and try to block that leg kick, and he's got to be careful that Horiguchi doesn't go upstairs with the kick this time. Now attacking the body.
And this is why Seery, go ahead.
This is why we were so excited about this fight, John. Just Neil with that iron chin. You know he's not going to stop moving forward here.
And Seery staying offensive here down the stretch. You gotta like that, but he's certainly wearing that damage inflicted by Kyoji Horiguchi over the first 13 minutes or so.
Horiguchi now, this body lock position has both underhooks. Trying to work his way around to the back of Neil Seery. Neil in a much better position now.
Well, coming up next, former champions and knockout masters finally meet in the octagon. Alistair Overeem, Andrei Arlovsky, plus the Giants, Bigfoot and Struve. It all continues next only on FS1 or watch it live on Fox Sports Go.
Beautiful double leg takedown here from Horiguchi.
Very instinctive fighter. And he has put it all together beautifully here tonight. 90 seconds to go to decide this one. Finally, a deep breath from the respectable Neil Seery. So many of the Irish fighters look up to Seery to such an extent. You see exactly why tonight. Heart for days. Couple knees by Horiguchi out of the clinch here. And another one for good measure. Under a minute now to go.
Seery feeling those knees of the body. Horiguchi with those double underhooks has that stomach exposed. Decides to disengage here. Ooh. Nice right hook there from Neil Seery.
Seery cracking back.
I think that body shot hurt Neil.
Horiguchi with a combination, but Seery lands on the counter again.
Yeah, he's finding some success with that counter, and his legs just kind of gave out on him there.
Vintage Neil Seery right back to his feet. But it has been largely Kyoji Horiguchi's fight tonight.
Almost hit a takedown. Horiguchi able to turn it into a reversal. Unbelievable heart displayed here by Neil Seery. And speed, it was a lot of angles and beautiful footwork from Horiguchi that really had Neil Seery confused for much of this fight. Started getting a rhythm and found some success later on in the fight. But early on, it was all Horiguchi with just gorgeous blitzes, had a lot of success with that left hook. You could see 2 cuts on the right side of the eye of Neil Seery. There's that.
By unanimous decision, Kyoji Horiguchi!
Across the world, he's fought in Asia several times, has called Thailand home in the past, but for the past 2 years, Extreme Couture about 5 minutes down the street right here in Las Vegas.
Now watch how Kape attacks that lead calf. Like we see a lot, but it's because Dvorak throws so many jabs. I think you're going to see him attack that lead leg a lot early on to try to take away the lead hand of Dvorak.
Kape has battled some injuries to keep him on the shelf a little longer than he would have liked. He was scheduled to face Zhumagulov earlier this year. Instead, his first appearance since December of last year. Ooh. Covering some ground. Keith,
yeah,
get out of the way.
They got
hey.
Keith moving in there. Both guys really taking their time.
Yeah.
Kape really shows off a very good counter style, and that's why you're seeing he's not throwing a lot. Dvorak's taking his time. Sometimes you got to counterfight a counterfighter.
He's trying to cross him over here. Break his ankles.
Yeah.
You know, this approach, though, for Dvorak against Nicolau didn't pay off for him. He was very patient, and the fight kind of got away from him. Now, I know you've got to show Manel Kape tons of respect. He's a dynamic striker. But at some point, you can't just skirt around the outside like this. Landed some kicks, though.
Well, he's gone around like 5 times at this point, and I think a lot of people don't understand maybe how much ground he's covered in that. Like, does that take anything out of you? You go around that much?
You'd hope that you trained for that, at least. Because if you haven't, it will show itself fairly quickly.
Nearly halfway through the first round.
Ooh.
There's our first heavy exchange. Kape looks to pin him along the fence.
And you see the second Dvorak touches Kape, Kape starts piecing together his combinations. He's waiting to get touched to set up his counters. And right now, Dvorak is not giving him anything to counter, really.
Kape went flying knee against O'Day Osborne August of 2021. He is dangerous when he gets airborne.
That was a very nice uppercut, and now he's starting to read. Nice takedown.
Maybe this is what Dvorak's been waiting for, the perfect opportunity to clinch, close the distance. And you wonder if those 2 fights that you're talking about with Manel Kape, Brendan, have Dvorak a little bit, uneasy in there. You got a guy that's got some vicious knockout power. Yeah. You do yourself as well, but
I think he's a strategist, and he's playing smart. This is how you got to fight Kape. You try to rush in and clip him early, it's like a machida. You'll get knocked out.
Yeah, and this is smart for Dvorak. He's got quite a few knockouts as well. 8 KOs on his record, but he's got 8 submissions as well. So you think this is a smart strategy to try to close that distance, wear on Manel Kape, grapple him a little bit, get that blood flowing into those shoulders, wear him out, start looking for submissions if he presents himself.
Well, I mean, we're talking about both of them with almost 20 first-round finishes. So how do you stop yourself from dealing with that problem? You put the man on his back. Now you don't got to worry about all that threat in the first round. Now maybe second and third, you start piecing it together. But get out of that first and take away all that speed and that elusiveness of Kape. Try to take him down and see what you can do. Make him use his guard. And that's I think that's a smart
here, yeah, and you see Kape looking to roll for some arm bars.
Yeah,
He's got 2 arm bars on his record as well.
Going for Kimura here. Let's see if he can use that to transition to the next piece.
In his 5th UFC appearance as David Dvorak, that was his first takedown in the UFC. But as we saw a moment ago, Kape aggressive from bottom position here, and he does have the left arm of Dvorak.
If he can get that bottom leg in between him and Dvorak, he can transition this.
Oh, it's getting tighter.
Gross.
Now, even if he doesn't use this as an actual submission attempt necessarily, although he's still got that leg locked down. If he can end up on top, he's got it.
Fight it off.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah,
he's got to try to get the posture down. He's too high. Now he's in a better spot to finish this. That's tight, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
It's tight. Can he hold
5
out?
seconds. Dvorak does not want to tap.
Look at that shoulder.
Wow.
By the bell.
Second round coming up.
Can you stand up? Go, baby boy. Grab a seat. Grab a seat. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Breathe. Hey, listen. Take a couple deep breaths and breathe. Zvedni do rameno. Je to dobrý? Chceš s tím hejbat? OK. Chceš napít? Trochu.
Just as I was saying, Dvorak maybe being strategic to take the fight to the mat, and Manel Kape showing his submission skills. I mean, he's got them on his record, but fresh in our mind, obviously, is the KO power. That was tight. I think that arm is pretty messed up.
Je to úplně v klidu. No, ta zem, to, že teďka si tam něco zkusil, to je jedině dobře pro nás. On si utavil ruce a bude si myslet, že to je v pohodě. Okay, let's go. Translate. Right there for me. Right there, back up.
Back inside the UFC Apex, ringside position, called in to check on David Dvorak after he rode out that Kimura attempt from Manel Kape. It's the left arm that was locked up for Dvorak.
Sir, you ready?
He was holding it going into the corner, but as you saw there, able to extend and put them up, and no problems, and we resume action in round 2, but a big moment for Manel Kape to end the first round.
And Kape has 3 rear naked chokes and 2 arm bars for his submissions. And just so everybody at home knows, that Kimura is the setup to all 5 of those submissions. So if you go Kimura, you can now transition to the back or take the arm bar. And you can see why Kape has these submissions to his name.
Dean Thomas, what stood out to you?
This is an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to die with this in my heart. It is better to do what Kape did and have a more developed guard than to give up your back trying to get up and let a guy ride you out for 6 minutes. I don't care. You can fight me on this, but develop your guard and do what Kape just did as opposed to giving up your back.
Well, I think if you're talking about being smart and drilling submissions with the idea of maybe I don't get this, but that's going to be the separation that I can use to safely get up 100%.
100%. That's exactly what I mean.
But Dean, to your point, a lot of people will say guard from bottom position is kind of going away in MMA, but you're saying develop that.
Develop it. Closed guard is pretty dead, but an open, active guard with strikes and submissions is very much alive.
What Dean's saying is you just got to set up your stand-ups. You can't just stand up without using something first, just like you don't throw a kick.
Turtling down right away like
you
super wrestling style.
You don't throw a kick without setting it up. Yeah, everything's got to be set up at this stage of the game. And he uses that Kimura to set up his get-ups if he doesn't get the submission.
Again, Dvorak doing a lot of moving around the outside while Kape tries to close him down.
And we just don't know how bad that shoulder is of Dvorak. He did move it, show perfect range of motion. A little left hook got there from Kape.
Kape clipped him with the left hook right there in that clinch. And he's getting the timing closer and closer, Kape.
You see him looking for that flying knee still, don't you?
Yeah.
Good right hand.
Biggest strike of the fight for Dvorak lands.
Yeah, and the right hand's still working.
Yeah.
He's got to open up a little bit. I know it's tough. Your shoulder's probably killing you. You've got a dangerous striker in front of you who's showing that obviously he's super well-rounded. Used that Kimura to get on top and almost finish you in round 1. Calf kick.
Perfeito. I'll take that all day. Vamos finalizar essa luta, mano. A gente tem que ganhar finalizando. Vamos. Bora finalizar essa luta. Não quero brincar não. Bora, porra. Bora. 2 minutos, Manel. Bora. Bota ele pra baixo, Manel. Bota ele pra baixo que ele não tem braço, Manel.
Oh, that knee hurt
Timing
bad.
that knee on the way in.
Oh, right hook.
Clips him with a right.
Oh, he's
and
wobbled.
Dvorak is not all there. Kape starting to go to work.
And his hands are getting lower when he's on the fence.
Another combination.
Tipped him hard.
Dvorak is down. Covered up for a moment.
He's in survival mode here.
When you watch Kape, he's so accurate. He does not miss your chin. That's what's different. He's not missing when he throws those one-punch shots.
Ground and pound here from Kape. Less than 2 minutes to go in the rounds.
Oh, he's got a lot of time to work here. Pick his shots.
Perhaps he should let him up.
Let him up or just go in. I mean, I think from here, he's just got to keep being busy with these shots.
Oh, Dvorak getting a little creative there.
If you can't clear these legs and you're having trouble with that, I agree. Stand him back up.
Yep. Just over a minute to go in round 2. Oh,
beautiful
body shots. This one's close to being stopped, I think. And you can see the Dvorak movement has been compromised. He is not skating away from danger quite as easily. Another step in knee.
Beautiful right over the top.
I think that right hand is compromised, Dvorak.
He's hurting.
Down he goes again.
Dvorak is tough, man. He's fighting through this, but he is in all sorts of trouble.
And
oh, the body
got him pinned in the corner.
Liver shot.
Nice, nasty body work from Kape there.
30 seconds. A spinning elbow. He gives his back.
It was a nice read. It was a nice read. Let's see if he can get out of this tricky position here that Dvorak's
Man,
in.
almost spun right into a rear naked choke. That would have been crazy. But this is great for Dvorak to survive this round.
Right. 10 seconds to go in the round. And it appears he'll just ride this one out after eating some heavy damage from Manel Kape. Third round is coming up next. Third and final round. Big showing for Manel Kape so far. Even though the striking numbers are about the same, significant strikes 2-1 in favor of Manel Kape. Submission attempt that was deep in the final seconds of the first round and nearly finished David Dvorak in the second.
But that's a good point too, right? We can have even numbers. They could be dead even, which they're close to being. But what we're looking for is damage, right? If you're even on strikes, who's hurting the other person more? So you might land 100 little front kicks to the body or to the lead leg that are landing. They're scoring. They're significant because they're at distance. But the work Manel Kape is doing, you see when he lands, he's crushing.
Yeah, the judges are judging damage. So we're seeing that Kape has landed the most damage so far in this fight.
Now Dvorak starting round 3, moving forward. We haven't seen this through the first 2.
Yeah, he's got to. No matter what pain and discomfort he is in, he's down significantly.
Oh. Showmanship from Kape after he avoids the spin kick.
Wow, good movement there from Kape to be able to land that kick and pull his head back just out of the way of that big right hand from Dvorak.
Taking out that lead leg, he's going to set up his right hand.
Another one, that one hurt. All of Dvorak's weight was leaning forward onto that calf kick.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that uppercut's getting, he's just clipping him right in between the loopy shots. Dvorak, you're seeing Kape just slip one in there. Slick, sharp, strong punches.
A sniper in there. Picks those shots, but they land so accurately. So calm, too, on his feet.
Nice jab.
Eye poke.
Oh, his eye poke.
I didn't see it. Saw something.
Yeah, in the exchange there.
His fingers right there.
Fingers out for David Dvorak. Just
Grabbing
over
his nose.
2.5 to go in the fight. Oh,
Yeah, that was not an eye poke. It was extended fingers.
Extended fingers. Right.
Picked
Good
his
jab.
nose.
It's a good jab.
Watch extended fingers. Yes? Yes? Time in.
Keith don't have time for this nonsense.
No.
Ooh, there's a good calf kick from Dvorak. He needs about 10 more of them, though.
Oh, combination from Kape, finished with a power left.
Yeah, he can't stay. He's probably pulling the Allen Iverson again. Don't cross him over. The truck's getting on me about, of course, I picked the Philly guy.
Yeah, right.
It's just the only player I know there, Lappy. Sorry.
I mean, you know, talking about somebody known for a killer crossover, I'd start with Allen Iverson, too.
Right? Come on. Breaking
Hips
ankles.
from Kape there. Great hips there, stuffing that takedown.
I had my ankles broken many times on the playground.
Yeah.
Then I decided to do karate.
I'd
instead.
love to see Paul hoop it up. That'd be
No, you don't. I'd rather watch Manel Kape imaginary play basketball
Right.
than me play any day of the week.
90 seconds to go in the fight. Dvorak has not found the power shot that's going to turn the tables on this one.
Showing his grit, though, man. And I know when we're talking about that means things usually are not going your way in the fight. But got to give credit. He's trying. He's moving forward. But Manel Kape is just... Ooh, both guys look to land there.
Yeah, Kape is playing a little bit here in the third round.
That's when you got to be careful, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to start showboating your way into getting caught.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah.
Hasn't gone wrong yet. Final minute, step in elbow from Kape.
He's looking for that knee. That's what this side to side is always. Whenever he starts going side to side, he sets up strong left hand, strong right hand, or strong jump knee. And Dvorak's really putting on the pace in this last round, though.
You gotta keep him up. You good?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Fight.
All right. Keith thought he saw foul. Nothing going. Knee to the body as Kape breaks free. Back to the center. 20 seconds to go.
This is when you start pulling out that Hail Mary play if you got it in your playbook.
Couple of big swings and Dvorak biting down on the mouthpiece. Kape staying smart here. Dvorak knows he had one final shot to try to get it done. Unable to do so. Manel Kape, David Dvorak. All 3 rounds. It's some good work for Kape.
By unanimous decision, Manel Starboy Kape!
55-pound division. 3 potential 5-minute rounds.
I have been so excited for this fight, John. I cannot begin to tell you. Look how wide both their stances are. Opposing styles, orthodox for Horiguchi, southpaw for Bagautinov.
As if you need reminding, Horiguchi's in the red, Bagautinov is in the black. Horiguchi's camp believe they need a finish tonight if he's to be the next in line to the title. Obviously, with the Ultimate Fighter season coming up close to a finish, they'll have a careful eye on that one.
Bagautinov seems to be just kind of holding back a little bit, trying to wait to see what Horiguchi's game plan is. Leads with a big left hand there, just falls short.
Bagautinov threatened Horiguchi that he's not going in there to hang about this evening. This is not a game, he said. This is war. Wow.
Good
Spotted the movement there of Horiguchi.
Yeah, good kick and attack from Bagautinov.
Bagautinov referencing war from Dagestan when speaking with UFC.com. That a lot of us, certainly in the Western world, will never understand quite what some of these athletes from Chechnya and Dagestan have been through in their lives.
Nice, really good, strong takedown from Bagautinov there. picked up the leg and just basically walked Horiguchi over to the fence, was able to muscle him to the floor. There was no rush to that at all. This very much looks like a man and boy type of situation here when they clinch. Bagautinov looking like a real strong, powerful man, whereas Horiguchi looking like a young up-and-coming prospect that's trying to find his way in the division. You wouldn't think that that Horiguchi is actually ranked higher than Bagautinov, given their ages, but really good work here from Horiguchi. Get back to his feet. Now he's got a double underhook. Now he's threatening. Short knees on the inside. Looking for a trip as well.
One of the things that Horiguchi's manager told me was it's the moments between rounds that it's very important to have that coach. It's something that they've been lacking. So when Demetrius Johnson switched up the game plan, they didn't really have an answer for it. So between rounds, they're now confident, having American Top Team in that corner, that they're going to be able to respond.
You'll be hard-pressed to find a better corner team than one that American Top Team puts together. And you said earlier that Horiguchi is the hardest working person at American Top Team. I have to argue that it's Mike Brown. I'm pretty sure he corners a fighter on every single event. I'm sure he'll be out in Sao Paulo tonight for the next event if he was not here. Here we go, Horiguchi now with a body lock on. Just muscling his opponent to the floor. He's got a hook on the near side. He's grapevine the leg just to cause additional problems for Bagautinov. A few shots from the back. Nice wrist control as well there. You've got a cross-body control, so he has the left leg of Bagautinov and the right hand bound, making it difficult for Bagautinov to turn in either direction. All he can do there, you can see, is trying to control the attacking arm of Horiguchi as he pressures him to the back of his head. Beautiful chopping shots there. Difficult to defend when they're coming from behind. You can't see the direction that your opponent's punching.
It was a lovely switch of feet that put him in this position in the first place. Very subtle, which switched his hips around.
Weight back. Weight back, weight back. Good, 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 good. Hang heavy, hang heavy, hang heavy. Very good, very good. 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, please, it's too high. Let's scramble, let's scramble, let's scramble. Hey, gotta scramble. Let's go, let's go.
Good work from Bagautinov to reverse that position. You could hear Mike Brown in the corner telling Horiguchi to lean back, to hang his weight on his opponent and force Bagautinov to engage muscle mass to hold him up. Nice takedown there, beautiful.
Lovely body lock takedown from Bagautinov.
Yeah, Horiguchi just managed to get a foot to the floor, and Bagautinov was cerebral enough to notice and just strip that away with his back foot.
Nice underhook to escape, gets back to the feet and rocks the jaw of Bagautinov on the break. Last 10 seconds. Lightning quick feet there from Bagautinov. Ali Bagautinov has accomplishments in pretty much every kind of martial art, whatever range it might be. 5-time Russian combat sambo champion. He has a pro boxing record as well. Very well rounded indeed, and he's got a career in politics, I'm told, these days.
Of course he does. He's following in the steps of Krokop by the sound of it. Interestingly, oh wow, that just whistled across the top of Horiguchi's head, which was very lucky. Interesting comments from the Bagautinov corner. Through the translator, he said provoke him and take him down. They're trying to get Horiguchi to rush forward so Bagautinov can get his takedown again and establish top position and take control. I think they're feeling that this fight is a little bit too unpredictable. It's a bit loose and a bit crazy right now, and that's predominantly down to Horiguchi being the fighter that he is. He likes scrambles, he likes chaos, and he thrives in those situations where most fighters become quite flustered.
We were also meant to have another flyweight contest this evening between Ian McCall and Neil Seery. Sadly, Ian McCall fell ill on Thursday night, had to be taken to hospital. Just sending out our best wishes to him, and obviously very sorry for Neil Seery that he didn't get his send-off bout. I've been reliably informed that he will reappear inside the octagon, however, or at least they are his motivations.
Well, that's good news. A speedy recovery to Ian McCall there, but very disappointing for Neil Seery, who was hoping to leave his gloves in the octagon tonight. Oh, a nice exchange there Bagautinov digging his feet in and throwing hard.
Oh,
wow!
Massive momentum punches here from Horiguchi. Throws his body weight into them. Drops his level now. Mixing it up very nicely, making it very unpredictable, Dan.
It looked a little bit like Bagautinov was just caught off guard by that. It seemed like a forearm across the face just seemed to push him onto his heels for a second.
It's like a flesh and bone bayonet as he marched forward.
Yeah, good recovery from Bagautinov as he backed up to the fence there, but now he finds himself in a bad position again. You can see Horiguchi grapevine that leg for a second, right in front of his corner.
Yeah,
advice from Mike Brown there. He does. It's a really good position to not only control your opponent's movement of their hips, but also to wear them out and make them carry more of your weight. Horiguchi's just so fast, it makes people a little bit timid, a little bit cautious. Oh, a nice body kick from Bagautinov.
That got through.
Pushes forward, but look at the footwork of Horiguchi circling off.
Those liver shots, if they land right, it's all over. So tonight's UFC Fight Pass is right here in Belfast, Northern Ireland. The main event pits two top middleweight contenders as Gegard Mousasi gets the rematch he's been asking for against the man that beat him last year, Uriah Hall. It's live and exclusive on UFC Fight Pass for the main card, kicking off at 4 p.m. Eastern. That is less than 1 hour away.
Horiguchi steps forward, Bagautinov uses that opportunity to get a hold of him, but now Horiguchi's reversed it again. Double underhooks, working knees to the midsection. Level changes, he's got his hands together, but great takedown defense by Bagautinov just to lift his arms up. Shook forward there. Horiguchi taking the top position again. Grapevine in the leg, as you can see. Tying the far side wrist up as well so he can chop away with the short punches from the back. Really good work there by Horiguchi.
It was, Dan, because his style of striking means he's leaping in with these shots. He's getting caught in those wrestling scrambles, but he's turned this one round very nicely, peppering those cauliflower ears of Bagautinov in front of our commentary position. Look at the wrist control on the left arm of Bagautinov. He will try and take away that post.
I love this crossbody control that he's using. You can see he's got the right leg and left arm tied up here. Bagautinov doing a good job of standing back to his feet, but he's still in a defensive position at the moment. Now he's reversing it. Now he's got a single leg. Let's see what Horiguchi's takedown defense is like in this position.
Adjusts his head position, driving in with a shoulder. Horiguchi trying to scoop him up. Nicely done. Whoa. Whistles past the nose. Does that uppercut.
Very impressive to be not only learning mixed martial arts but also a second language at the same time as being an American top team. A lot of great advice from the corner there. Big power shots instead of the small chopping shots. Trying to threaten with the choke as well. Bagautinov has to do something in this round. I feel like he's been on the defensive a lot in the first two rounds, and he has to make a statement here if he's going to take these judges' scorecards. Another good body kick, partially blocked.
So evenly matched.
Oh,
they are swinging within range.
Both guys landed a couple of good shots, but also were able to defend a lot of good shots. Horiguchi's got a really nice short left hook that he keeps throwing. Nice takedown defense here. Stuffs the head, trying to break the posture of Bagautinov. Short elbows to the side of the head, give him something to think about. That's good work.
Switching to the single. It's Bagautinov trying to run the pipe here. Never really realised quite how good he could have been as a wrestler. Sadly, his father passed away when he was younger and he had to provide for his family. Then found combat sambo when he was about 22. Horiguchi has been in the karate dojo since he was 5 years old. He still practices as well.
Horiguchi circling and feinting, trying to draw the attack from Bagautinov. There it is again. You can see him drawing his opponent in, expecting to uncork a big right hand next time.
Both of these fighters had very impressive showings in their last bouts. Horiguchi looking to go 3 unbeaten on the bounce. He has a 5-1 flyweight record, only being defeated by the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Beautiful spinning back kick there from Horiguchi. Seemed to just glance the side of the head of Bagautinov.
Lovely exchanges here in the centre of the octagon. Bagautinov shoots in for a single. He's connected his arms.
Again, elbows from Horiguchi. Not allowing Bagautinov a second to rest here. Now he's trying to elevate that single leg, but this good hand possession on the back of Bagautinov's head.
Horiguchi's really looking to dig in for that underhook. He's got that overhook on his left side. Nicely turned out. And Bagautinov looking for that liver shot with the kick.
Head up as well.
Good, good, good. Yes, yes. Very good, Kyoji. Pull that up. Yeah, pull that up.
Nice, Kyoji.
Yeah, keep that whizzer. Yeah, keep that whizzer. Not over the head, not over the head. In front of the face, yes, yeah.
So you can see Mike Brown there in the corner imploring Horiguchi to use the whizzer, which is the control that Horiguchi was using with his left hand for a second there over the top of the arm of Bagautinov. Allows him to control Bagautinov's posture to a certain extent and prevents Bagautinov from taking the back of Horiguchi. It's a good defensive position. Good work from Horiguchi here as well.
Horiguchi went to throw the kick. Bagautinov shot in, caught the knee. Oh, super tough.
Really great footwork by both guys, but Horiguchi's just a step ahead all the time. Really good work as Bagautinov steps in to strike. Horiguchi circles off to an angle and just leaves vacant space there for Bagautinov to move into.
Bagautinov has never been stopped as a professional mixed martial artist.
Oh, that's a pivotal takedown in this last round. Last 10 seconds, Horiguchi's in control here. Got the body lock again. Really tightly contested round by two top flyweights. So look at this great work in the first round by Bagautinov, holding the leg high, elevating his opponent, and then be able to circle him onto the top of his head up against the fence there. Now we can see there, beautiful spinning back kick from Horiguchi, just glanced off the head and shoulder of Bagautinov as he tried to chase in and capitalize on that exposed back. And then Horiguchi right at the end of the round here got a last takedown. Bagautinov was able to get back to his feet, but a strong statement at the end of the
round. By unanimous decision, Kyoji Horiguchi.
Buddy. All right, gentlemen, first round. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Handle it.
All right, this fight brought to you by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the UFC. Mokayev in black, Kape is in red. The tension is palpable. Mokayev opens up high, partially lands.
Manel Kape is cleaner and probably more powerful on the feet. Mokayev coming from Dagestan, obviously he's got that tremendous wrestling base, and that's what he uses to win all of his fights.
Well, at least they're fighting smart and not just throwing punches. But I mean, come on, man. We had to have security separate you two. Now you guys can go and fight each other.
But they weren't acting. They weren't acting smart a second ago.
Can either of you guys remember when you were emotionally on overload for a particular fight or not?
Yeah, I did. Me and Jones, but we actually fought each other. The moment they got out the ring, we went and we fought. and threw 100 punches in the first round.
Right. I'll say no comment. So it's interesting though, isn't it? Because both men, even though they want to beat the living daylights out of each other, they want to get at one another, they don't want to lose. So now they're taking the time to be strategic. They're looking for openings, and that's why the crowd's kind of booing a little bit.
Yeah, at a point though, it's like you win it and lose, and I want to fight you. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
I want to fight. So let's fight.
It is a unique situation though, because it's a title eliminator of sorts, right? I mean, it is not out of the realm of possibility that the winner of this fight is next for the champ. So risk mitigation got to be part of it.
I mean, Manel hasn't thrown a strike yet.
Later tonight, the English champ Leon Edwards will look to extend his unbeaten streak against the most deserving top contender in the game, Bilal Muhammad. It's a rematch. This time, though, welterweight gold is on the line. UFC 304, available for purchase right now on ESPN+, UFC.com/PPV, everywhere else around the world.
Well, Manel is worried about the takedown, DC. It's got to be. That's why he's being uncharacteristically patient.
Body kick is there from Mokayev. Kape has attempted just 2 total strikes unofficially.
I mean, this is surprising, though. We're 2.5 minutes into round 1, and they have been extremely patient.
I mean, 12 strikes thrown and 2 strikes thrown.
There was about 50 security in the cage a second ago, stopping them from getting at each other. And now they're getting paid a handsome fee to actually fight, and they're not going for it.
Well, we saw that with Khabib and Conor, right? With all the security. But when they got out that octagon, they fought.
Oh, yeah.
These guys got to fight.
Manel Kape's had a lot of issues slipping in the octagon. In his fight with Pantoja, which was his UFC debut back in 2021.
Did the old Alex Pereira there.
That's right.
He said, "No, I'm good, buddy. I'm going to knock this guy out."
Mokayev working on Kape's midsection here early on.
You heard Coach Nixick telling him, open up, Manel, let's go.
Yeah, he's got to put some pressure on him, because so far, Mokayev, he's thrown the more shots. Nothing's landed particularly clean or flush, but there has been body kicks, there has been output, and that was a really nice kick. Just kind of glanced off the forehead, but it's a score.
You know, I always talk about rounds that are hard to judge because there isn't much to do. I think Carlos Esparza versus Rose Namajunas. It's the same type of thing here, where they got to judge a round where not much has happened.
For those of you who just watched Football Wrap Up on ESPN2, we welcome you to our continuing coverage of UFC 304 live from Manchester, England. John Anik, Michael Bisping, Daniel Cormier, Octagon side, Megan O'Leary reporting with us here on site. And you are watching the tail end of round 1 in this undeniable grudge match between 2 of the best flyweights in the world. Mohamed Mokayev in black, Manel Kape in red.
Mokayev doing a good job of just pot-shotting him with the kicks at distance. So far hasn't attempted a single takedown. There's not a lot happening in this round, but Mokayev is outlanding him with kicks at range.
Well, that's why Manel hasn't opened up. You saw that right away, Mokayev level change.
Yep.
Now Mokayev is outlanding, and Mokayev actually looks pretty good on his feet.
No, he does. He looks massively improved.
This is what Manel needs to do.
Now they're going for it.
Beautiful flurry by Manel Kape late in the round.
The most damaging strikes were landed by Kape.
Mohamed Mokayev and Manel Kape. If you don't know the backdrop, these two got into it several times leading up to this fight, including a legitimate physical confrontation here in Manchester this week.
You know, at the UFC PI, Manel said that Mokayev had told him he was going to slap him when he seen him. So when he saw him, they got into a fight. Manel, by his story, said he beat him up very badly.
Well,
I guess here, Mokayev said, can we take a photo, put his arm around him, and punch Manel in the head.
But there's 2 sides to every story.
Yes, there is.
That's only one side, to be fair. The reality is they just don't like each other. They have came to blows multiple times now. Round 1 kind of tentative start, heated up in the final minute. Not many strikes thrown, 9 on the side of Mokayev, 7 on Kape's side.
But you know what's crazy about this, right, with Mokayev? He knows Manel Kape and Manel Kape's game. So to staying around that close with Manel's explosion,
he broke his toe. He broke his toe. Manel Kape broke his toe, tried to adjust it. Mokayev thought, hold on, knee him in the face. He's trying to bend it back a second ago. You can see it on the right foot. It's like the second or third toe.
Manel Kape will have to fight through that adversity on that right wheel.
He may need to go down. He can't even step on his foot.
Yeah, he can't stand on his foot properly. He's keeping his big toe kind of off the ground. Fortunately, with the adrenaline, that will help. However, you can see he's being a little tentative. Now he's putting more weight on the lead leg, shaking it off there.
But even that, right, like to my point, Manel Kape is so explosive that if you leave him in a round where it's super close, one burst by him can win the round. And I think that may be what happened to Muhammad Mokayev in round 1.
And there is an isolated look at the right big toe of Manel Kape.
And this is going to make it worse. Just all these scrambling transitions. Now Mokayev's the way better wrestler. Whoa.
Don't grab the shorts. I lost the position. Time. Get up.
All right.
Time.
Mike Beltran intervening here.
Manel's going to fix his toe.
Fix your shorts.
He's telling him to.
Don't be grabbing the shorts. You understand?
Oh, look at that.
Do not grab the shorts. I'm going to take away your position. I'm not playing with you. You're going to stand right here. I'm talking to you. Don't put yourself in a position that I have to enforce the rules. You understand? I'm going to take away your position. That's your last warning. Fix your stuff, young man.
Stern warning from Mike Beltran.
Look at that.
Oh
my
man.
God.
And it looked as though maybe if Manel Kape...
Oh my God.
Look at
that. That's the point. That is the point.
Thankfully, Manel Kape continued his protest so much so that the position was taken away. But if you're not taking a point there, I'm not sure when you're going to deduct.
There's no point. The rest of the night, no points get taken.
I'll tell you what.
Wow.
You would not mess with Mike Beltran. Imagine being his kid.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That is crazy.
Yeah, but listen, no, he's definitely... he had to take control of that situation there.
Manel Kape not putting that big toe completely down on the canvas, though.
And I was going to say before, if Mokayev forces him to wrestle, it's just going to get worse. Feels like he got poked in the eye as well.
Beltran saw it, Michael, but decided not to stop the action.
Kape's got to stop stopping.
Yeah, no, he does. He does.
Because it doesn't seem like Mike is like catching these things or seeing it as fast as he's feeling them. And when he stops, Mokayev just attacks, which is what Mokayev should do.
100%. If the referee doesn't stop the action, you continue. Mokayev getting a little reckless. Let's take a look at the ISO box here.
Oh. Scraping off that left eye there.
Nice clean left from Manel Kape, but he's really struggling to move around on those feet.
Right, under 90 seconds in a round 2 that has had a lot of interesting things happen in it.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, Manel Kape's kind of smiling now. Seems like the toe isn't giving him too much problems. He's not stressing out over it anyway.
Well, you know, just like looking at Mike Beltran, he gives a lot of warnings. Doesn't necessarily do anything about the warnings. He's very stern in a lot of situations, to the point that, you know, some of the fighters, even a guy like Belal Muhammad.
Manel's going to go. Manel's going to go now, though. He's backing him up against the fence, pressuring him. Now it's time to explode.
Talking to Belal Muhammad and Sean Bannon this morning, or earlier at the fight card. Got warned a couple times, nothing happened. At some point, you got to start to ding these fighters.
Well, next time my kids don't like my tone, I'm showing them Mike Beltran film and see if they get better. All right, under 30 seconds.
If I was fouling and Mike Beltran yelled at me, I don't think I would foul again.
Right?
No, I'm not fouling again.
Oh, Mike Beltran was ready to knock him out by the looks of it.
He was mad.
Left hand gets through for Manel Kape. Not a ton to score in that round.
Again.
5 minutes to decide it. They're yours next. Final round, anybody's fight.
Yeah, so both corners were like, listen, you got to go here in this round. It has been very little output from both men, to be honest. Corner of Manel Kape very frustrated, saying, listen, this is far too close. We need more output.
Yeah, because they know that potentially he could have won both rounds because so little was done.
Oh, nice question mark kick.
Lost both rounds. They want activity from Manel Kape.
Mokayev just slapped the face with that kick there, got in deep on a single,
and
but couldn't capitalize.
That should give Manel Kape some confidence.
Yes.
He can defend the takedown.
He's got to go for it more.
He's so instinctive and athletic that even when Mokayev seems to be in good position to floor him, hasn't really been able to do so. 1 for 5 thus far.
Well, even the one he got, he was like up on his hips because he sprawled so much and he was trying to defend.
Well, ABC is getting the goods next Saturday. We've got a title eliminator from Abu Dhabi, Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Also, Chito Vera versus Davison Figueiredo, and Tony Ferguson back against Michael Chiesa. Main card, 3 p.m. Eastern next Saturday on ABC.
At moments like this is where Kape's got to go for it.
And Nixick is telling him that's where he needs to go.
And he's defending every takedown attempt. The takedown defense is stellar. He's just got to go for it with the hands a little more because he's very fast and powerful. He's quick. He's just not throwing.
There it is. That's a nice one, too, there by Manel. Another kick by Mokayev that lands. Mokayev's striking does look better.
Way better.
Yeah, he's way better on the feet.
Well, the numbers suggest he's been the busier and more accurate guy tonight.
I really don't know how you judge this fight.
It's a tough one.
Well, even the three of us were having some off-air conversation after round 1 because of those 2 significant lands by Manel Kape late in the round.
It's damage. Damage is the first criteria to score a fight. Those are the most damaging shots.
I don't know. I disagree. It's very close. I was just disagreeing that Kape necessarily won. I was like, I don't know.
Well, I'm wondering what might happen if we get to a final horn in terms of these guys continuing their fight thereafter.
Well, I'm wondering what goes on in the hotel.
I'd be very upset if they tried to fight after the fight when you get 15 minutes to fight.
But there's a good takedown attempt. Takedown, but he's in a guillotine.
5 career wins by submission for Manel Kape, the jiu-jitsu black belt.
Yeah, he's not going to get that, I don't think.
No.
He's completely flat on his back.
Well, the corner's telling him to use that guillotine to sweep, so he's got to try to elevate the hips of Mokayev. Mokayev will sit here for the rest of the fight. They want Manel Kape to elevate the hips of Mokayev. But to do that, he's got to try to get his left foot inside too. To use both of his feet to elevate and get him up.
Mokayev needs to take his left arm or his right arm and use the forearm under the chin or in the face and cross-face Kape to put him on his back, to pull the head out. Now he's trying to do it. He spent a good bit of time there just holding on with his arms wrapped around his waist. It's kind of frustrating to watch. Right now he's got his head out. Now he can try and go to work and maximize the position.
Oh, good elbows from the bottom by Kape.
Yeah, they're nasty elbows.
Mokayev with a couple shots to the body, but some pretty significant elbows from the bottom.
Nasty.
Yeah, Mokayev's going to posture up and throw some hands. He's got 60 seconds left. He hasn't really taken advantage of this position.
Manel's trying to frame and kick him away.
Trying for the knee bar. He's kind of got it. Can he extend it? Too loose.
All right, down the stretch we come. Mokayev points down to the octagon.
Yeah, but does he really want that?
He's going to try to shoot on him if he does that.
Exactly.
And that would be smart.
And you can expect Mike Beltran to close the distance quickly at the end of these 20 seconds.
There's a nice takedown attempt. Good way of mixing things up for Kape.
Good
left hand connects.
Another nice left-hand connection by Kape late round 3. All right, that is going to do it.
By unanimous decision, Muhammad the Punisher Mokayev.
This fight clock is brought to you by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the UFC.
And it's worth mentioning that Horiguchi, away from the UFC, was just doing massive things. He was the rising champion, submitting Manel Kape. He had a very, very good run, successful career outside of the UFC. And you got to think, with Pantoja clearing house and going through contenders one after the other, you know, he's coming in, even though he's a teammate, he wants to get the belt from his brother.
Speaking of teammates, Cody Durden is in the corner of Horiguchi. He fought Ulanbekov, and Michael, you were talking about how useful it is to have someone in camp that's been in the octagon for a good few minutes with someone.
See early also the kicking game of Ulanbekov. So tall for the division, uses that range well, but ultimately he wants to get a hold of you. He wants to grapple, wants to mix things up.
There he was. I mean, it was kind of fell into that takedown attempt, just tried to grab him as he went down. Extremely fast feet on the side of Horiguchi. So it's going to be tough to catch him.
I'm interested to see how Ulanbekov fares if this goes deep. Looked like a pretty gnarly weight cut for him. Umar Nurmagomedov said to me at the Q&A yesterday he hasn't seen it this bad before. They were up all night with him. He made weights, but he was one of the last to hit the scales. Might be nothing. He's a big boy trying to make the weights.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, obviously there is... sometimes you can read into that, other times it doesn't mean anything.
Sure. Horiguchi, on the other hand, he was up bright and early. Big smile on his face. His teammates call him the fastest guy on the planet. He can do it all. Settled right back into the octagon tonight.
You see the movement early. Obviously, he knows about the wrestling threat from Ulanbekov. Every time goes in, couple of shots and then tries to exit. There was a chance there for Ulanbekov. Nice inside low kick.
Two and a half. Almost side. Good movement. Halfway.
Two super camps in opposite corners tonight. American top team. Pahumpa, chief cornerman for Horiguchi. Alongside Mike Brown, I should say. And then on the other side, Ulanbekov.
Yeah, Horiguchi, sorry, John. He made a mistake there because it was actually Horiguchi that kind of grabbed the left leg of Ulanbekov, which allowed him to force this clinch situation. It really plays into the hands of Ulanbekov.
He's got his hands locked here up against the fence. Good head position here. He's going to lift it, try to scoop those legs out. Nice job there. Big scramble.
Such a good job with that takedown. Does it every time.
And he had trouble in that last fight against Maxim just because of how tall he is as well. He's also the same height in this weight class. So some of those tall guys, you go to pick them up and elevate, try to get those legs out, and they just find their feet right back onto the mat.
So Horiguchi's doing the right thing here, trying to push down on the head. What you want to do is push down on the head and lock the arm out. Then you're not using strength anymore. You're just using the mechanics of the bone structure. Wraps it around the neck. I don't think he's going to actually go for the guillotine here. Just giving Ulanbekov something to think about.
You hear Matt?
Yep.
Mike Brown yelling, please give the whizzer. Gets back up to his feet. Nice job there from Horiguchi.
Slides in the left underhook.
Shallow, fake and go. Fake one and go. Fake and go. One way, the other.
Mike Brown said fake and go. There it is. That's nice work. Circles off the fence.
Good corner work and good listening from Horiguchi.
You see Horiguchi always feinting, feint so quick, and then tries to explode in with these big punches. And he really steps into those leg kicks as well, too.
And this is a real fight for Horiguchi to make his UFC return. You know, Ulanbekov 12-2, comes from the great camp, as we know, and he's had a good run in the UFC as well. So Horiguchi can get through this, if he can win this fight, you know, he might get fast-tracked to the title fight next year. But of course, still very early into this fight.
Nice. Finish strong. There you go,
Last 10 seconds. Fell off with that kick.
Oh,
Nice right.
good right hand.
Straight back to action then, round number 2. Leaping jab from Horiguchi.
Yeah, Horiguchi on the attack here.
Swiping right hand.
Yeah, he's thrown that multiple times. Leg kick as well. Horiguchi's looking really good here.
And he is jumping into those leg kicks, putting every bit of his weight behind it.
Mike Brown calling for short elbows.
Take a look at that, right on the jaw. Big overhand right there from Horiguchi. And again, battering that lead leg of Ulanbekov.
Ulanbekov trying to use an elevator. Well stuffed by Horiguchi.
Got to be careful of the guillotine here. Ulanbekov's going to try to roll to his left, act like he's escaping, and then he might throw that arm right back around. There it is.
Like that. You called it, Paul?
Yep.
Let's see how he is with that grip.
He's got a good guillotine. See how he's trying to take the space away. He's trying to get in tight.
He's committing.
It looks like, I was going to say, it looked like it wasn't quite deep under the chin. And now it looks like there's a cut from somebody here.
I think it's
the nose of Ulanbekov.
Elbow! Yes!
Good work from Ulanbekov, but Kyoji just countering nicely. Went to take the back and settled for the headlock. It's that right arm that's stopping him getting around the back.
Yeah, Horiguchi just showing us yet again he's not just a solid striker, just well-rounded, extremely fast, he can wrestle, good submission defense there with that guillotine.
He's a complete mixed martial artist.
Yeah, no doubt.
And an incredible athlete as well. Fast, powerful, explosive, no weak areas, tremendous experience.
This Coach's Cam is brought to you by Cuervo as we go into the ATT corner. Mike Brown.
40.
2.5, 2.5. Okay, cut him. Watch the elbow. Watch the guillotine. Good. Nice. Back to your feints. Take your time. Footwork and feints, 2 minutes.
Back to the calf.
Low. He's slow.
Back to the calf.
He's tired.
Yeah, I was just saying it's 40 professional fights, so this is 41 for Kyoji Horiguchi, and it's fighting at the highest level. I mean, even 10 years ago, he was in there with the likes of Mighty Mouse, made his UFC debut 12 years ago, and then outside the UFC just taking the best of the best.
Sorry,
and yet, no, I can see it. Big
kick as well. He can sense it. 40 fight pro.
Yeah, he's taking over here. Ulanbekov is hurt, the leg damage.
Good shots here, too, as he's holding on to that leg. Nice work there from Horiguchi. Disengaged completely.
Yeah.
Get right back out to the feet.
The ATT corner, all synchronized. Low and calf kick from both the coaches.
And Ulanbekov looked very dejected the way he got back to his feet. Labored when he stood. Didn't look overly excited about how things are going down either.
It's just under a minute.
What a kick.
Ulanbekov is running a 4-fight win streak at the moment. Just outside the top 10.
He's just completely taking over here.
Horiguchi's looking to crash the party.
Step over that leg and start looking for these short elbows. You can hear his corner yelling, roll the elbow, roll the elbow.
Chipping away, trying to get a little posture for some of these shots. He's running out of time in this round.
Let's see what Ulanbekov can even do, though, when he settles out, sits in the corner for an extended period of time. See what that calf looks like in round 3.
Puts the flyweight belt on the line against Joshua Van, UFC 323. It is coming live from Las Vegas exclusively on ESPN.
Oh,
God, leaping left
what a
hook.
shot! And you can just see the difference in the body language from the pair of these.
He's going for the finish here in round 3. Beautiful elbows here from Horiguchi.
He came out light on his feet, dancing about, bouncing about. Ulanbekov was slow and labored. Nice kick and then a leaping left hook.
So the
full mount.
The Ulanbekov corner were rallying around their man, but Horiguchi is not letting him breathe.
Islam giving him a pep talk in between rounds, trying to fire his man up. But tonight, Horiguchi is just on fire, man.
Ten years now at American Top Team for Horiguchi, who went there lacking the wrestling, but it is his mixing up of all of the elements, the Zanyering the skills, if you will, which is really creating this force that we're seeing back here in the octagon after 9 years.
Yeah, and it's just the athletic ability as well. He's just so fast, light on his feet, unpredictable with his movements, powerful strikes.
Head inside. Head inside, yes. Flat him out, flat him out. Knee his body. You're good. Heavy hand. Cut him loose. All day on the feet, Kyoji. All day on the feet.
The sleeping left hook in the corner
3.5
there.
minutes. All day on the feet.
Beautiful shot from Horiguchi.
Good. Knee.
And it's the speed, just caught him completely off
Shallow
guard.
grip, shallow. Nice.
I like this for Horiguchi. Get right back out. Start fighting at your distance. You're so fast.
Fast as a camera flash.
Wow.
He gets him again.
Yeah, you heard that, chin on chin.
Big shots here from Horiguchi.
How is Ulanbekov eating these shots?
Don't know.
Watch the back of his head, Kyoji.
Oh, he's under the
He ain't
net.
gonna eat too many more. This could be it. More than likely.
The trapdoor is opening. Big squeeze, he's out.
He's done.
Guess who's back? Kyoji Horiguchi. A stunning performance.
Yeah, that's a way to make a UFC return. Come back, you beat a highly ranked guy. But we're going to see the finish here. Here's that head kick, boom, perfectly landed. Ulanbekov stays on the feet, but the follow-up shot puts him down. And then from here, just starts pounding away. Look at that, leans down into it. Just a flush, perfectly timed head kick. And as I said, he showed a bit of everything here tonight. Excellent wrestling, finishes with a submission. Great striking, light on the feet, tons of experience, and no doubt a flyweight contender come Monday morning.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you're getting
Stop
older.
acting surprised.
Dominic Cruz celebrating a 40th birthday here next week. Albazi is in black. Manel Kape is in white. We are underway. And I do like when fighters suggest to us that maybe they're not going to get a finish unless the other man makes a mistake. It suggests that they are thoughtful and not necessarily going to force the issue. And Kape was completely locked in on that front all week.
6th fight of the night. Southpaw versus conventional stance. Look at the hand fight at the high level. And watch the back leg, watch the backhand of both these guys. They're going to use this stance better than anybody you've seen tonight, in my opinion, because they're both so good at this. Now look at the lead hand fight. It's so important. And look which way each of them are circling to the weak sides of each other. And they're both trying to line up each other's backhands and back legs.
Inside leg kick for Albazi. He will switch stances at times.
What's hard about fighting Kape is he'll stay right here, and he's so good at countering that he takes his time. But that left hand that you just saw right there, that's one of his best punches, and he steps out to the weak side when he throws it, and it's very fast. He already clipped him. He's already got Albayev thinking about it. So the difference so far is Alabayev's on his heels and he's not fainting. Kape is moving forward and he is fainting. And that's going to really change the progress of the fight, is who fakes more to pull out these strikes. Because who fakes gets to see where the strike's coming from better than the other.
Feint heavy approach from Kape early. Coming up on 3 minutes here to go, round one of a possible 5.
He's always outside the lead foot of Alabayev, which lines him up for that left hand.
And he landed it again. Alabayev with full respect for the Kape power coming back his way. Yep. Nice combination by Manel.
Look at Kape's lead foot. It's always outside of Alabayev's, and that's how you know he's able to line up that left hand better. Alabayev's not seeing that intricacy of the footwork because he wants the takedown.
Yeah. Body kick does land for Alabayev. He is circling away from that power left of Kape. Ate the right instead.
And the pressure from Kape, he spoke about this in the meeting. He said, as long as I pressure him, he can't wrestle. And I kind of agree. It's so much harder for Alabayev to shoot if he's on his back foot. Never in wrestling do you see somebody really win matches moving backwards.
Yeah.
It's always the wrestler moving forward because it's hard to time takedowns moving back. Nice knee from Kape.
And a good counter left from Alabayev, who then slipped along the fence.
Now, Alabayev's going to have to get some respect with his strikes, and then his wrestling will pick up. But he's got to hit Kape. He's got to hit him hard.
Oh.
See, that right hook's landing now because all you're seeing Alabayev look for is that left hand. It's so fast. See his lead foot position of Kape. And you see Alabayev circling, trying to get outside of it. Not quite able to yet so far. Can't find the comfort.
That left eye of Alabayev is starting to leak.
You see how you're watching Kape change levels. His head goes down, up. His lead hand is always swinging. That's why he's able to hit these shots.
Big right hand from Kape now. Excuse me, Don.
No, we're watching the fight. This is just how he's setting it up. Those are his feints, are the level changes that you're seeing out of him. That's why Alabayev's throwing that kick, because all he can read is that kick because of the head movement of Kape.
And that's what the Alabayev corner was calling for him to mix it up. Easier said than done. Nice elbow by Alabayev, but way too much striking pressure thereafter from Manel Kape, and that cut appears to be in a bad place for Alabayev.
Caught that kick very well, but the defense of Kape is just there. And it's looking like a one-dimensional fight because you can see now that Alabayev wants to grapple more than he wants to strike right now. He can strike, but he wants to grapple. And Kape is just staying comfortable, staying loose.
All right, the cut man will attend to Alabayev. Back with round 2 in 30 seconds. Stay, don't miss him. All right, round 2. Asu Alabayev being grounded a little bit there by his corner. Henry Hoof saying it's MMA. They really want him to mix it up. They didn't like what they were seeing on the field.
Well, that's why he threw the right hand right off the bat, because that right hand is how he sets up his takedown. He gets you thinking about the right hand, and then the shot comes after that.
Nice kick to the body by Alabayev, but a piston-like left follows from Kape.
Good timing. Kape's hips, too sturdy.
Pretty good entry by Alabayev. Kape able to stay upright. Dean Thomas, what do you have, good sir?
Yeah, Alabayev is having a hard time because he can't get a read on the speed of Kape. It's like a camera flash. It starts from nothing, and then it just pow right in your face. Can't get a read on it, and if he doesn't get a read on it, he's going to get busted up all night.
Yeah. Speed kills.
The other thing is, look at how Kape hides his strikes with the changing levels of his head. And you're watching Alabayev, his head and his body stays the same. It stays right there. Whereas Kape's always changing angles, head. And that's how he hides his punches when they come out, because he's always moving his body, his trunk, everything like that.
So Alabayev 0 for 2 in the takedown column. And again, the imperatives coming from the corner that he's going to have to pursue those at all costs if he's going to win this fight.
Right now, Kape's leading the dance with the fakes and the movement. Like the way that he's able to move, he's leading the dance. And so that's why he's able to follow and do what he wants to. He's first. Even with these fakes, you see Albabayev's biting on his fakes now, and so that's leading the dance. Kape is getting Albayev to throw when Kape wants him to.
Albayev has struck well. He has landed more significant strikes, albeit by just one. But the wrestling certainly has been his go-to base as he goes high there. He's landed 17
That's going to be the
already.
key. That right there, Anik, is how he threw a combination and then ended the combination with a kick. That's going to be the key. He's got to throw more than one.
Oh, that's a big right from Albayev.
And that will help him too. Get to the clinch and then throw just a bunch of combos after you shoot for a single, shoot for a double. Make it dirty.
Yeah. Kape doesn't appear to have been really affected by any of these strikes as yet, despite Albayev landing at a 46% clip early.
Yeah, I mean, Albabayev's it's not like that heavy. Not like he's out of this fight. It's just he's not able to get a read on Kape as well as Kape seems to be reading him.
Well, and sometimes I wonder if you're the athlete and you don't feel like you can take him down with relative ease, then you pivot and you strike, and he's realized some success.
Yeah, when he throws combos, it looks good. But the problem is you're seeing Albayev usually throw one at a time. The combinations will work for him. He just needs to let them go. Nice kick.
Eric Nixick to our right, looking for Kape to mix in some body work as well. Albayev has landed 9 times to the body already. Nice connection by Kape, forces Albayev to retreat. Oh, beautiful knee and a follow-up right hand.
Awesome knee to the body. See that left hand to the body? Looks like the left hand to the head. Looks like the jump knee. Looks like the inside kick.
Right.
Everything looks similar, but it's always a different finish. And that's what makes Kape so tricky.
Oh, nice rip to the body by Albayev. Yeah, that is a great point, though. No real tell with Manel Kape, and when you parlay that with the speed, pick your poison.
He hides his speed and his tells in the random movements, so they're not movements that are see like that. I mean, they're random movements, but then it flows into his next strike, and it looks like his next strike that he's throwing, and everything's hidden. It's just slick feints, slick footwork, good setups.
Pause in the action. Manel Kape thought it was a punch.
I think it was.
Mike Beltran giving Albayev the benefit of the doubt.
Over here.
Just we'll have to see. I didn't see it, but it could have been a poke.
Manel.
Usually if a referee doesn't see it.
It's a punch. Legal fight. Hey, legal punch. Let's go.
Right, they just told him, the review official told him it was legal, as Manel Kape thought, and we are back underway. Waiting seconds of round 2 as Albayev lands to the body.
That's a beautiful body kick.
Let's go.
All right, here we go, round 3 of our UFC Fight Night main event, Manel Kape and Asu Albayev. We will be commercial-free the rest of the way.
Yeah, follow that. Those are the little strikes you're seeing from Albayev that if he just connects a combination to that, he can have a lot more success on the scorecards and the strikes. Throwing one at a time and then stops. Follow that up.
Right.
Those are the little decisions. He's got opportunities, just got to use them. Kape really controlling the pace and the dance with the fakes here, and you can see it. Just the way that Albabayev's moving and biting on stuff. Follow that up.
Oh, both guys landed heaters inside.
Awesome pressure by Kape, just making complete discomfort.
Albayev circles out. 1 minute gone by here, round 3. continuing to stalk his prey. Landed a lot of those shots with Alabayev on the retreat.
Yep, he's got to keep going.
And Asu essentially just trying to call timeout again. Oh, big elbows from Kape.
Yeah, he's got to make it ugly. It's going to be an ugly fight if he wants to win this, Alabayev. He's got to do this over and over and over and maybe get stopped, but just keep going.
So we are going to show you here in isolation. And again, Alabayev getting scraped. Mike Beltran did not see it. Alabayev did not get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, big left hand, and now a knee by Manel Kape. Alabayev covers up, not a good visual here.
Alabayev staying safe though. Can he survive this?
Alabayev having a real hard time seeing out of that eye. That'll do it.
Wow.
Manel Kape by stoppage in round 3.
Couldn't see from that scrape, and it kept going.
So Manel Kape.
Look, here's the scrape of the eye. It was legit. And then the follow-up. And Alabayev tried to stop, but the ref didn't see the eye scrape in the first one or this second one. And you know, it's not Kape's job to stop. It's his job to get in there and get the finish. And you see he keeps pouring it on. And that's a good job by smelling the blood in the water. Just keep attacking. It's not easy to do this to Alabayev, even if he's hurt, to keep throwing an onslaught of punches and get the finish. Incredible job by Kape to do his job. It's up to the ref to stop those situations if there's illegal problems.
And that is the first time Asu Alabayev has lost a fight since 2017. Manel Kape joining Tagir Ulanbekov as the only man to finish.
Karate Kid takes on Amir Albazi. No touch of the gloves. No thank you, says Amir Albazi, who is in white. Horiguchi's in black.
Just off the bat, you can see how light on the feet Horiguchi is.
He's so fast. He's so fast. When I was watching his film, Paul, I honestly thought I had accidentally clicked the 2X button. I thought I was watching it in 2x speed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how quickly he moves, how light on his feet.
It's a 6-fight win streak for Horiguchi upon his entry back into the UFC. A win over Tagir Ulanbekov, and a bonus at that in Doha, Qatar last November. Big 1-2, testing the chin early of Albazi.
Horiguchi working from that bladed sort of traditional karate stance that allows him to dart in and out so fast. So quickly, I should say.
And even his feints are quick. You don't even have time to react when he fakes you.
First real grappling exchange along the fence here. Minute and a half into round 1. Just the 3rd fight for Emil Albazi in the last 3 years. Fought once in 2023, once in 24. Both of those main events. He outlasted Kai Kara-France here inside the Meta Apex before going 5 rounds with Brandon Moreno in his last appearance.
Make sure your fingers don't go in the cage.
Quick separations. We may separate quick.
Horiguchi softening up that left leg of Albazi.
Keep working, guys. Keep working.
He's going to drop on that one. Put the ball down. He's going to drop soon. Yes.
So quick with that right hand.
Look at the size difference between these two, though. Albazi looks like he's almost in a different weight class.
Throw big punches at both of them.
Hands up, awareness. Watch the kick.
Sharp counter left hook.
Don't be simple. Take fake before going in.
Horiguchi covers a lot of ground, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's really the trick. Every time someone faces him, that they got to figure out how to track him down.
Floats.
Oh! Pushes him back.
Only real punches. Only real punches. We need one.
Alabazi's got him trapped. See what he can do from here.
Front back, front back. Yes, front back, front back.
Nice.
Stop.
These are good to go there for Albazi.
Up, just the hand down.
1 minute.
See if he tries to kick that up. Now Horiguchi's got both legs on the mat.
Front back, front back. Let's see, we're going to keep it dirty here. Going to keep it dirty here.
Change your hips, Nira. Fake and go, fake and go. Fake and go.
You'd imagine this is where Albazi wants to try to keep Horiguchi, but not for long. Gets right back out, floating around the cage.
Watch his kick. Head kick, watch the head kick.
Flash and go, flash and go.
All right, so 5 minutes in the books between top 10 contenders ahead of UFC 326. Albazi looking pretty good after 5 minutes, right? He's back in after being off for more than a year.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is exactly what Amir Albazi needs to continue to do. You're just going to have to run through some of the traffic and trap him against the fence here. And then, I mean, Horiguchi's takedown defense is excellent, but I think if Amir Albazi can continue to work from this position, this is where he needs the fight, because out in the open, Paul, Horiguchi is just too fast.
Yeah, he's so hard to track down. And then anytime you think, okay, I've got a read on him, I'm going to try to attack, he's already answering back and throwing shots in your face. If they can pin him here, and even if he can't get the takedown, this is where Albazi's got to try to do some damage, land some shots, look for some elbows, then try to just re-engage and keep him there.
Hard change.
Keep it going.
He's just so wily.
That's it. You're awake, brother. You're awake. Let's go.
Intercepted that attack from Albazi, landed his own left hand at Horiguchi.
Yeah, now he's getting aggressive on him. Starting to string more strikes together.
Hands up. Be here with the elbows.
Keep an eye on those head kicks from Horiguchi and sets them up so nice. You think he's throwing a punch, and then comes right upstairs. Oh, man.
He's guessing on the feints.
Another right hand.
Sits into a right hand.
That wobbled him too.
Albazi's on weak knees right now.
Back to it, man. Back to it. Don't reach. Bro.
Take a look at the shot that wobbled Albazi, the right hand getting through. Albazi has appeared to recover halfway through round number 2, but at space, Horiguchi just faster, and he has Albazi guessing at the timing on the feints.
Yeah, Albazi's corner asking for a double jab, trying to get him to get some volume out there, get in the face of Horiguchi. Another big overhand right there from Horiguchi.
Just closes distance so well with that. And then he goes to the left hand as well with that left hook.
Yeah, it's not just the speed, it's the stance switches as he's throwing.
Horiguchi has landed 4x the amount of strikes to those of Albazi. Under 2 minutes to go in round 2.
Horiguchi does such a good job too. When he decides he's going to be the one pressuring, and then he gets right back, feint. Okay, I'll move around. I'm going to dance around a little bit, then I'm going to feint some more.
Yeah, he flows.
Or you can hit with a right hand.
Exactly. He flows between being first and being second so fluidly. It's really hard to get a read on what he's trying to do. This is where Albazi really needs to capitalize. If he can get down Horiguchi down on the ground and be the bigger body, get some top pressure going. Horiguchi very, very good on the ground and dangerous off his back, but Amir Albazi, it would seem that's where he needs this fight to be.
Nice jab there from Horiguchi.
And an even better round for the Japanese flyweight. As we'll head to a spot right here on Paramount Plus. Horiguchi wasted no time in the third round.
Yeah, he's going for a finish here in the third.
Just shifting into a whole other gear.
And you heard the Albazi corner saying time to wrestle like a maniac in this final frame. And does so, gets the takedown. Can he keep him there?
It's all or nothing here for Albazi. He's got to stay on this. Just like Coach Ozzy said, you got to wrestle like a maniac right now. He just can't match the speed on the feet with Horiguchi. He's got to, if it's going to happen,
it's going to happen under the grappling.
Happen here, yeah.
Horiguchi must be, strong as an ox for his size, because as big as Albazi is, Horiguchi really doing a good job of defending here.
All right, the grip is broken.
Albazi 0 for 6 on takedown attempts. And to that trend, Horiguchi starting to roll downhill a little bit here with 3 minutes to go. Left hand stumbled out Ozzy, and now Horiguchi closing in.
Oh, he's hurt.
Horiguchi's smelling blood.
He doesn't play around. Once he knows you're hurt, he goes for it.
He's not going to rush it either.
No. His leg's still wobbly. Smart for Albazi to get a hold of him here, but hasn't been able to get him down yet.
Here's another look at the Horiguchi punch that compromised Albazi.
Oh, yeah, right on the temple, right on the side of the head with that left hook. You just see the legs go.
Albazi with his hands clasped as he works along the fence. Time becoming the enemy means a lot more than just a takedown and some ground control time in the final 2 minutes.
2 minutes, give your life to this, Amir. 2 minutes, give your life to this.
Well, that left hand, that lead left hand, Horiguchi is a weapon.
So good.
Oh, there's the head kick. Albazi just got his right hand up there to block it partially. But he still seems a little shaky on the feet. Albazi might have to just start throwing some Hail Marys here.
He's busted up even more.
Yeah.
That's what he's got to do at this point. Just say, I got to throw everything. Doesn't matter. You're going to lose the decision if you don't. Either way, you might as well just go for broke.
Yeah, you gotta start Hail Marying here if you're Albazi. Albazi just wearing a mask of blood at this point.
All that's left are the finishing touches at this point for the Karate Kid, Kyoji Horiguchi, who returned to the octagon in style in November.
Wow.
By unanimous decision, the Karate Kid, Kyoji Horiguchi!
Ready, fight.
Manel Kape looking for his 3rd straight win and to make a statement among the flyweight contenders. Kape is in white, Royval is in black. It's our final fight of 2025.
So Royval said, I have to stay long. Got to stay on the outside, use the length and the reach.
And on the flip, I was just going to say, on the flip side, Kape talked about the fact that he feels like Royval does not respect power enough. He said, I have the power. I'm going to back him up behind the black line, and I will make him respect my power. And right now, he certainly is putting Royval a little bit back on the back foot.
Well, he's not wrong about the power. That is definitely an advantage that Kape has.
For the last 5 years, Kape has called Las Vegas home. He's trained at Extreme Couture, a few minutes away from where we sit right now.
That sounded good.
The crack on that, man.
Like that. Just get back to our press. Let's see if we can double rope off here. Get back to the
See the redness already from that lead leg of Royval.
Now we're getting a little bit of a reaction. There we go. Right back to our leg. Yes. Always that iron on the reset. Keep the pressure on the lead right now. See the other lead.
Nice body kick there from Royval. From the southpaw position as well. That hits the liver.
Again, out back. Keep the pressure. Keep it. Yeah, take your time. Hey, entering into that left hand now. Try to find the range on it. No chin.
Kape switching stances fluidly and often. You can hear Eric Nixick asking for him to find a home for that left hand.
And at long last, these two are actually fighting. They were scheduled early this year.
Brandon Royval had to pull out. They were scheduled for International Fight Week. Manel Kape unable to fight. So they've been sick of hearing about each other and watching the game tape and preparing for one another. They are in the heat of the battle now.
What's going on?
I don't know.
His toe?
Definitely
I don't think so. He
looked at something.
definitely did.
Kape going to the body there.
Hey, 2 minutes left. Fake, stress and fake. Hey, stay under iron. Let's go, bro. Hey, that's the left.
Lands a power shot. That's what and that will do it. Royval protesting the stoppage. He's on wobbly legs. Manel Kape wanted to make his statement. He did so. Round 1 knockout.
Beautiful setup from Manel Kape. Has him trapped against the fence. It's just a short right hand. It was the pressure, and then follows it up with a couple more right hands.
And it was the first real attack.
Yes.
That he went for. He was setting him up to the body, backed him up against the fence, exploded with the right hook, and landed flush.
It was exactly what he said he was going to do. He said, I'm going to make him respect my power. I'm going to put him on the back foot, and I'm going to land.
That's the one that put him out. Yeah. Herb did the right thing. Manel Kape, man. Give the man a title shot.
Well, when he burst into the UFC, he was a bit of a victim of his own success. A lot was expected of him right away. They threw him to Alexandre Pantoja in his debut, and it was a close fight.